Right, hello chaps. Looks like I got myself sorted out eventually, despite leaving the camera shoe at home, so I've got it mounted on a bank stick today, but it should suffice. Just been round baiting up a few swims, the old baiting pole. Upcoming tenching session. Just been putting in a mixture of pellets there, real micro ones, 8 millers and some big 12mm donkey chokers. I've sort of done that every other swim for 3 swims, so we've got a bit of a choice. This is one of the swims I've baited. I'll give you a little look in a minute. Ooh, saw a little tail pattern like a fish then. Yeah, it's a nice little spot this. It's basically like gnarly, snaggy tree stuff there, and over there, and over there, and over there. And it's a little clear bit. It's probably about 10 meters by 10 meters. This nice little island dead ahead. There. It kind of opens up again. And then, just down here, little fish just jumped out actually, a little rudd or something. So it's interesting. But I'm going to float fish just down there, just past that sawn off chunk of wood. From memory, I think the bottom's actually not too bad there. I have got a little rake I can stick on my bushwhacker. Seriously, is that not recording then? Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Right. I've caught a tench. I thought I had it all on camera. Maybe not. Nice female tench. Probably 3.5 pounds, something like that. It's got a bit of a cataract or a funny eye on this side. But boom! That is what I was looking for. I'm happy with that. I'm just a bit annoyed that I probably wasn't recording the fight. But there you go. That's sod's law, isn't it? Alright. Let's put her back. I reckon there might be time for another one. It's amazing actually how when you get into carp fishing it's really easy to forget the joy of this sort of thing. Carp fishing's a different, for me anyway, it's a very different ball game. My carp fishing, I like it to be hard. I like it to be a proper achievement to catch one. Usually, I mean, obviously, I do fish places where just to get a bend in the rod now and again, and you kind of have to. Else, if you're on a campaign, you lapse into this sort of mundane, lazy. I do anyway. lazy phase. But when your carp head's on, and certainly for me, when it's on, my carp head's on, and that's what I'm doing, I'm carp fishing. But in actual fact, just coming to do this, it's great. You know, that was as spirited a fight as a decent carp. Quite often they don't really fight very much. On this relatively light gear, talk about getting a bend in the rod, it's hooped right over. Looks like the fish are finding the feed and put them in for them anyway. I'm thinking, because I'm not allowed to film my Syndicate, I was wondering whether to do a sort of a Syndicate diary update kind of thing, just orally, you know, either when I'm fishing like today, I can sort of keep you updated on what's going on there, or I could just sit in my bedroom, you know, and spiel on about whatever. So if you find that an interesting thing, let me know. If it sounds like a crap idea, let me know. I'll tell you a little bit about the place now. It's a 17-acre Colne Valley lake, and it's no publicity. And it's so far, from what I gather, it's a hard venue. The thing is, with places like this, the bottom can be littered with sticks and dead leaves, especially this time of year. And so what I like to do is cast out fairly regularly. I don't trust that my hook isn't stuck in a leaf or a stick. I don't think there's any harm in it. It's interesting actually. My float keeps coming back and settling in exactly the same place. And I think that's just... It's funny, I haven't really Tench fished with the waggler for a while. Pre sort of Frencham days, that's what I did. I'd float fish for them, but it took me a long time to find Tenchy places. People round here, they're carp centric. They don't really talk about Tench, and because the nature of the fishing around here is much more specimen oriented. People don't really talk and share information so much. I grew up in the fens match fishing, and match fishing is very, very open. It's funny, you know. Your best match fishermen will happily give their secrets and knowledge to their rivals, and everyone's, they build upon their sort of knowledge and sharing, and everybody knows where's fishing well, where's crap, where's the best place to go and catch some tench, and it's all it's quite easy around here. It's much more done off your own back. I'm sure there's sort of circuits for species and things, but people talk. One thing I'd like to do is actually go down the canal and pole fish one evening for tench. I know a spot where there's tench to be caught. It's the weight of the line sinking, it's pulling it towards me, and then it's those bottom couple of shots just catching for the bait, just catching on the bottom. Come on. Thought we might have had another, you know, but I think it's fairly clean and gravelly down where I'm fishing. I was tempted to get the old rake out and have a little scratch around, because I'm not seeing any bubbles or nothing like that. You would expect a fish the size of a tench, if there was any sort of silt down there, to send up a bit of a fizz, but I think it might be quite a polished little spot. Well, while it's still light, I'll sign off. So thanks for watching. Share and like and subscribe and all that malarkey. I'll try and answer all comments and questions. If you've got any questions, ask. Got any suggestions, make them polite. I'll deal out some pretty short shrift with anyone who's rude. If you've got some constructive criticism, just be prudent with your wording, but I'm all ears. But as far as abuse goes, I'm not going to be putting up with any of that. What is that camera saying? Every once in a while it's saying portrait, so it must be changing its mind on what sort of focus to use. It's a clever camera, this. It will decide what's the best mode, and it can lock onto your eyes, or if it's moving, it can track moving things. It switched from macro to portrait to sort of big landscape. It's got all sorts of different modes on it. It's brilliant. It's far better than my cat-handed manual focus nonsense I used to have to do. So yeah, happy with the camera. Good investment so far. The quality's certainly seems good enough to me. I'll have to have a look at the quality. I mean, I might be recording at too high a resolution and munching up all my memory cards too quick. I really don't think you need to be on 2K for YouTube. It takes up too much memory and time, and although memory cards are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, I remember back in the day when it was, you know, sort of 4G memory card, and then 16, and then 32, and now this one I filled up to 124 or whatever. So I might just have to buy some bigger ones. I think this is a 2K maximum. I think I'll just film it in sort of your normal HD. Going off. It's very odd to I watch a lot of American hunting podcasts and stuff, Meat Eater and Bear Grease, and it's dawned on me that fishing is our equivalent to it. Hunting, you're not really, there's no hunting scene in the UK really, because we don't have a tradition of it. It was reserved for the landed gentry, and so the common man was sort of denied his primeval urges in that respect, and fishing is our expression of that. And it's ancient, and it's built into us, a lot of us. Especially things like carp fishing, stalking, sight fishing. You're hunting a prey, and the similarities between the two, and the respect that we have for our quarry, are very, very similar. I must admit, I watched some of their programs and podcasts, and it makes me sad that we're not allowed, that we're kind of denied. It's made very difficult for us to live like that. It's a noble and respectful thing to do. And not to mention, it's incredibly healthy. And my eyes are starting to play tricks on me now. When do you throw in the towel? When is enough enough? We all know the answer. There's never enough. You're a proper angler. You will fish for as long as you are physically or mentally capable of doing it. Well, I am going to call it quits now. It's getting too dark. I'm going to be blundering about in the bushes and losing things if I don't pack up now. Sorry I couldn't catch another one for you, but that's fishing.